Hello students and welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's session, we'll be looking at the Global Hunger Index, what it is, what are the criteria for that, who brings it out. At the same time, a very important thing about India being ranked under the serious category in the Global Hunger Index. So we'll be seeing both the things. So what is the news all about? The news is pretty simple. This Global Hunger Index has been released by the Irish humanitarian organization concerned worldwide and the German aid Welthungerhilfe. It's not Life, Welthungerhilfe. Okay, so this organization has released it. Now, the key finding of the report with respect to India is very important here. Previously also this report have been released, it gets released every year, and we have sort of rejected this report previously as well because of certain shortcomings. We will see that later, but let us understand what is the founding with respect to India. So India has been ranked 105th out of 127 countries, because of which we fall under the serious category with 41 other countries. So 41 other countries are there. So 41 other countries means you can say total up to 87th rank. Up to 87th rank, the countries, any country below 87th, better rank will not be under serious. 87th and above will all be in serious category, and it includes country like Pakistan and Afghanistan, we know, who are in such terrible state, right? So we are having such company. Of course we would be better than them, but still it is a serious issue because we are under the serious category. Now India's score has fallen since 2000. However, even with this fall, child wasting and stunting remain very high. Child wasting and stunting remains very high. Now, when it comes to undernutrition, the main reason for undernutrition that has been found via this report is the fact that there is maternal undernutrition. Means what? It's not that after the child is born, the child is not being fed properly, because of that there is undernutrition. That is also there. But at the same time, when the mother is bearing the child is yet to be born and is inside the womb of the mother, at that time, the mother's nutrition is also not proper. She herself is undernourished, which propagates to the child and makes the child also undernourished. I hope that is clear. So that's what it is saying. Maternal malnutrition, it perpetuates child undernutrition in India, creating an intergenerational cycle of poor nutritional status. Intergenerational cycle, one cycle after another, poor nutritional status. Now, about the Global Hunger Index, it is a tool. It is basically a tool that is designed to measure and track hunger at global, regional and national level. So the entire world, see, when you calculate hunger of 127 countries, so basically a huge part of the world you have already covered, different regions you have already covered, and nations, because countries also specifically you have covered. So it is a tool to measure and track hunger at global, regional and national level. Right. Now, each country's GHI will be calculated based on certain formula, certain criteria. What is that formula? It basically combines 4 indicators. Remember that. Number 1 is undernourishment. Undernourishment means you are not getting proper calories, proper amount of calories. Your calorie intake is lower than that is required. For example, to calculate poverty, we followed the calorific value. 2400 calories in rural area, 2000 calories in urban areas. Anyone having lower than that will be undernourished. But now it's same is the case here in undernourishment, insufficient calorific intake. Now this is generic. When I say generic, there is no age group that is being talked about here. But the other 3 things that you look at is for children under age 5. It's for children basically before their 5th birthday. So under age 5. So what is the second one? Child stunting. Stunting means you get stunt. You have stunted plants, stunted things. Stunt means of lower height. So stunting here means children with low height. Children with low height. I hope that's clear. Now then child wasting. Child wasting means low weight for their height. Wasted, low weight for their height. Their height is fine, but their weight is less, and it need not necessarily mean the height is also fine. It can be they are stunted, right? So with respect to this also, whatever weight they should have, they don't even have that much weight. So a child can be stunted at the same time wasted also. So stunting and wasting can be present together. And then child mortality, children who die before the 5th birthday. That is the definition of child mortality. Death of children before the age of 5 years is child mortality. Let me tell you few types of mortality that is there. Neonatal mortality is death before, or let's say the better word to be used here is death within 28 days. Infant mortality means death within 1 year. Child mortality means death within 5 years. I hope that is clear. Now, based on these criteria, the global hunger index is calculated. However, remember, these criteria have been given different weightages. Undernourishment has been given a weightage of 1/3. Child mortality also 1/3. So they are given higher weightage, undernourishment and child mortality. Whereas child stunting and child wasting together gives you 1/3, and each of them is 1/6. 1/6. Remember that. Very important, this topic, these things are very important for prelims, but it will be important for mains also, because there are issues in this report and that could be asked in your mains. We will see what the issues are. Now it is at a point scale of 100. So out of 100, this is what is the issue. If you have higher stunting, higher undernourishment, higher child wasting, higher child mortality, you will have a score which is very high, which will be extremely alarming. This is alarming. 20 to 34.5 is serious. This is moderate, and this is low. So we are not low, we are not moderate. At the same time, we are not at alarming or extremely alarming level, but we are at serious level. So the more this is, the higher this is, the worse the situation is. The less it will be, the better the situation will be. India is at the serious stage. I hope that is absolutely clear. Now, what are the key issues with GHI is we have to see, very important. One is methodology. What is the issue? See, you are talking about India's hunger index, but 3 out of the 4 indicators is related only with respect to children, that to under age of 5 years. So that also hampers, specifically because socio-economically backward countries or a developing country will have more, let's say, infant mortality, neonatal mortality and child mortality in the country, right? And then they will improve, they will keep on improving, right? But those rates would be very high. So that is sort of biased. Anyhow, that is anyhow the measure also, so that is fine. But you cannot say you are measuring the entire hunger index for the entire country and take 3 indicators which are just there for a handful of population. So that is one thing. 3 out of 4 indicators used for calculation for index are related to health of children and cannot be representative of the entire population. Absolutely true. Faulty indicators. The studies have challenged using stunting as an indicator of undernutrition. It is said that people need not necessarily be, let's say, undernourished if they are stunted. So if they are stunted does not necessarily mean they are undernourished, right? So it shows that stunting can be present in well-nourished population also. And finally, outdated data sets. The data they are using, like the National Family Health Survey, the data which they are using, it lacks annual updation for key data. So it is not even updated. So whatever the improvements would have also happened is not getting reflected here. So these are the issues with global hunger index. So that is all about global hunger index. Remember, we are at serious, we are ranked serious. Remember the factors, criteria and the issues, very important for your mains examination. Thank you.